Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Nancy.
And I'm Laura.
And we are
the Addicted Sisters. So, since it's Mother's Day weekend, we thought we would bring you a picture of our mom. You want to show them which one is ours?
This is our mama here, Mary Ann.
And in the middle is our aunt, and her name is Mabel, but we always called her Aunt Bubbles or Aunt Bubby. Mm-hmm. And on the other end...
She used to tell us she was a bubble dancer.
How many of you know what a bubble dancer is? And on this end is, on this side is our Aunt Jenny, who we forever called Aunt Ninny, because Aunt Bubby couldn't say Jenny when she was a little girl. Yeah. And Aunt Jenny is the only one living of the three,
yes.
So...
Well, of all of the family, because our uncle just died, and he was in his 90s.
So I love this picture.
It's cute.
I just call this the girls. And we talked last week, and I said, oh, Nancy, I need to bring the girls with me. So, and yeah, Aunt Bubby's mouth is open, and that's kind of normal, too. And our mom looks irritated, and that's about it. So... Anyway, how was your week,
We thought
Nancy?
we would just share that with you. It went pretty well. It was a long week for some reason. I don't know why, but it felt like it was never going to end.
I managed to wear a blister on the bottom of my foot right here that then filled up with fluid. Ew. And so... it was odd to try and walk on. So Jeff wrapped my foot every morning. Oh. And it's pretty much gone today. But I wore it wrapped, and my tennis shoes loosely tied on that foot all week.
Felt like you had a foot this big.
Well, it just, stepping on that was like, I kept thinking it's gonna, burst, and it's gonna be awful. And
nasty stuff.
Just didn't want to do it. So, shout outs. I watched, I caught up on several people. I caught up on Just Keep Stitching, and I watched a little Bendy Stitchy. I still need to catch up. And I watched Kitten Stitcher and caught up on hers. I love to watch hers because she always has so much information in them. And I watched... a new one to me was Mary Ann Loves to Stitch.
I don't know that one.
I think that maybe Felicifus Cross Stitcher, did you get that? Mentioned her. And so I thought, I'll watch her. She's one I had written down. And so she is another Aussie.
Oh, fun.
And she was mainly a quilter, but had cross-stitched previously. And all that she had before, I think, were Heaven and Earth designs.
Oh.
And
wow.
So now she's been introduced to all of the cross stitch that there is out there. And she's chosen some other patterns and is just having so much fun with it. I still need to catch up because she's made several.
Wow.
But it was fun.
Those are so intimidating to me.
And my other one I'll talk about later.
Okay.
You want to show your...
I want to show something. My little guy. See, he has fur, guys.
I know you guys were really concerned. I love that. I know you guys were concerned that he was like scalped. And he did look like it, I think, because he's a ginger.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and he's a pale
yeah,
ginger.
Look at his belly. It's so pale that you don't really see a lot. He's a good boy. He's loving this.
Mr. Sunshine. We call him Sunny.
He feels like velvet.
Yes.
His little dressed paws.
Yeah. His little Uggs.
He's so cute. He is so cute.
Okay, I'll let you down, Pumpkin.
So we didn't want you all to worry, but it really does look like a treasure map on him too, and that's kind of fun on his back.
Now he's not going to get down.
So you're going to see a tail for a while. You should show them his treasure map here on his... Do you see this? He's got, there's something back here, and all of this up in here. There's just such fun markings on him that you don't see when he has all of the fur.
No, you don't.
All of the long fur.
Because his fur is about that long. I mean, I thought he had a big hanging belly. And no, it was just the fur hanging on the floor.
But he is a new cat after having been shaved.
Oh my goodness.
He's just so happy.
He is, and he just runs and he does that little gallop thing, you know. He's hilarious.
That's funny.
Okay, sorry to interrupt, but I want to make sure you knew that he was okay.
Yeah, and your shout outs.
Oh, mine? Okay. Well, I watched more of Mischievous Stitchers, Lori. Hi, Lori. Loved your pieces, and I pinned several. Sarah, and I don't know Sarah's sister's name, Stitching Social. I can't think of her name. But
that's the one in Texas.
No, they're the ones in Canada.
Then that's Allison.
Allison. Okay, I'm gonna write
the strawberry down. Stitcher.
Yeah. No.
No. Now she's got me questioning everything.
I don't think Allison's quite right. But I watched them. They did a stitch along, and that was kind of fun because those two girls just gabbed like we do, back and forth at each other. I caught up on Michelle, Bindi Stitcher. That was fun. And then this morning I watched Priscilla and Chelsea. That's them.
Mm-hmm.
A new, well, not a new one.
Sarah's not right, though.
Yeah. Yeah, because she said, I'm Sarah. And I didn't hear the other one. But I watched Jeannie Swartz. I watched her number 3, which was all of her Mania starts this week. And she had one called Snow that I thought was real cute. It was a 4, was almost like a plus with 4 little pieces around it. And the snowman was in the middle. So it made kind of a little snowflake. And I wanted to mention that she is hosting a stitch along with Adelaide Cottage and, gosh, I can't read my writing. Basic Stitches. And they're going to do it the year long. I didn't have my glasses on. And it's the wordplay. So they're just doing that all the time. So if you're interested in joining them, go out and do that.
I want those designs.
They're cute. They're cute designs.
I really want those. It's Allison and Jennifer. I just listened. You guys all saw me over here listening. It's Allison and Jennifer. Allison is Strawberry Stitcher, and Jennifer is the brunette.
Wow. I don't know how I got Sarah out of that.
Did you watch the Backward Stitcher?
No, I didn't. I didn't watch her.
I did watch her latest video, so I was caught up on that too.
One thing on Jeannie's that I wanted to mention is she said she's afraid to change colors on things.
Oh, don't be afraid.
Yeah, that's what I was... Start with a little piece, a small. You know, I know you think you do smalls, but do a smaller piece and swap out the fabrics, swap out the flosses, and just have fun with it because it's too easy to get caught up in all the
I have
angst.
to have everything that's there. I'm going to show you my piece today, and it is not what was called for.
No. And we're going to do a comparison, and neither one of us used the same fabric they asked for. And I used floss I had on hand, so it's all different too.
I think I did too. I always go through my floss and see if I have anything that they call for. Because I have a lot of floss and a lot of different kinds of floss. But then I go back through and I pick what I like.
Yes.
And especially if, I mean, usually I will pull the floss it calls for. And what I have, then I will try and find fabric that I like.
Yeah.
And so then I will tweak colors as I need to.
Go from there. Mm-hmm. There are also a group of 3 of those ladies are doing a Hawk Run Hollow stitch along, which is going to start in October, and they're going to use any of the Hawk Run Hollow designs. So if that's something you have, again, watch one of those ladies and, you know, stitch along with them.
Okay, now Kitten Stitcher is doing Mania, and one of the things that she's doing is that on the 12th, that's today.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I wrote it down today.
Okay.
Today is episode 15, and it is May 12th,
We don't know.
2018.
It's Saturday. We just come in and do this.
Here's the funny thing. I got to show you this. Yeah, I'm throwing
There goes
things.
all your papers. And
Look.
your pen.
518 or 51218. So, yep, it's there.
Do you need your pen?
No, I don't need anything. But anyway, Teresa and a couple of her friends are starting one of the Hawk Run Hollows today.
Oh,
and
okay.
again, it was the same thing. You can pick anything you want and just start it.
Nice. You know, I think that's kind of fun, and that's kind of what we're doing with ours.
Yes, because I feel like it's nice to be able to check in with people, and maybe it gives you a little extra motivation to really do it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
the last one I had was Beth Twist with Heartstrings Samplery. She had a, what do you call it when they tell you how to do it?
a tutorial?
Thank you.
Unless you're Kitten Stitcher, and then it's a tube tutorial.
No. Well, no, hers was a tutorial. But she does scissor fobs and uses silver dollars and covers those. And it was real interesting how she did it, and it was a quick little one. So if you are interested in doing some finishes like that, that's a good one I would recommend to you.
The other thing I should have said about Marianne Loves to Stitch is that she found Flosstube. And so then she really started seeing lots of stitching, and that's how she ended up with all of the insight into different patterns.
Mm-hmm.
But she also found all of the project envelopes that people are making.
Yes.
And she's a quilter.
Oh, I bet hers are beautiful.
Really, really fun.
Man.
And she's doing some fun trims. And I mean, they were really, it was fun to see.
Cool.
So it was cool. I liked it. And I think that's it, right?
I think so.
And really, you guys have just been so full of love for us. That's what most of our comments are. We just love how you interact. We love your pictures. We love what you're working on. We love what you show us. We love spending time with you. When you guys crack up, everybody loved when we just lost it.
Yeah.
Last week, the week before, they said, we had so many comments that said, I sat and laughed with you. And you know what? I do that too.
Yes.
In fact, this week I was watching somebody and they were trying to think of a word, and you could see they're kind of looking
and
away.
You're yelling at the TV.
And I'm going, it's this. And my husband looks at me and goes, what?
Yeah.
My husband's kind of hard of hearing.
I did that this morning with Jeannie. I was telling her, she's like, I don't know what this word is, and she held it up, and I commented and told her what it was, but it was funny. It was pretty funny. Pretty funny that I would do that,
Yeah. I love when we have no clue how things are said. Like those patterns that are Hinzeit. I mean, forever we said Hinzit or Heinzit or something. And I was in our LNS that isn't there anymore. And they said, Laura, it's hindsight, like hind sight.
Oh.
Hindsight.
Oh.
So,
I'll try to remember that.
And I mean, I had said Heinzit and Hinz.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? But it's supposed to sound like hindsight. Hindsight is 2020, so hindsight.
Okay, alrighty.
So that's how I remember it now. But anyway, okay, we had a couple of fun comments. Pam Cleveland helped us out. The Way to Happiness that Nancy showed last week, the big long one, we said you can do in several languages. Is a free pattern on Jardin Prive's website. It's on their blog part, and she listed the link. So if that was one that you like, then you should go back to last week's video, number 14, and look in the comments, watch for Pam Cleveland, and she has the link there, and you can link to that and get it.
Thank you so much, Pam. That was very helpful.
And it's really pretty. And I've had a hard time deciding what language I want to do.
Yeah, because I know they have French and Spanish, Italian.
I can't remember what all.
And English, I think.
Printed them all. At one point I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I did, a different language for every section or every line?
That could be cool.
So, I don't know. I would have to really play with it.
Then you'd have to really think about. I'd have to write what it says on the back of it.
Oh, and the other one is from Sharon Pedersen. And it says, I am addicted to the Addicted Sisters. You two are so darn adorable. I wanted to hear more of that song you were singing, Laura. Thanks for entertaining while I stitched on my project tonight. And there were several of you who commented that on my singing, and you were very gracious and generous.
She has a beautiful voice. Don't let her fool you.
I don't sing much anymore. I have nodes. I have nodules on my vocal cords, and where they sit, they just really cause a lot of irritation, and I will just go into a coughing fit. So I don't sing very long at any one time.
Well, and that's what happens too when we get to talking a lot.
Yes.
They'll start bothering you.
And it's why my voice is pitched lower now, because it's easier. You know, I try and talk where I'm not putting any strain on my vocal cords. So, but I have a glass of water up here beside me, and Nancy always lets me have the jumbo glass.
Let me show you for comparison. Here's my glass.
So that I can have a big glass of water, and then I don't go into coughing fits so much. But you know, I will get tickles, especially this time of year, and
oh yeah, with all the allergies and pollen and stuff flying around in the air. I've had more this year than I have ever had. I mean, I really didn't think I had allergies, and this year it's just been like nonstop drain spigot here.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the next thing up is previous finishes. Did you? Yeah, you have yours. You want to show yours?
Sure. Laura mentioned these last week, so I thought I would bring them out. They're the the freebies that we got on our trek around town from Rosewood Manor. So they all have names, but I do not know what their names are. So,
because she just recently framed them. We would have to pull out all of the freebies again and look at them.
And let's see, 2020.
Oh, and the backs are black, so you'd have to have a silver Sharpie, huh?
I gotta make, oh, that one. 2012, it can go almost either way. I finished all of these in 2012. So here's the first one, and please don't look at it. They're crooked, so I just kind of slapped them in because I was tired of them laying on my what's that thing called? Shelf. So there's the first one. I love the black work and all of the flowers that Karen puts in these. This one reminds me of my brother Chuck because it's an iris, of course, and he loved irises. And mine were blooming. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
First time.
I saw your tall with the purple.
Those are allium.
Oh.
Allium. Shoot. I would have known if you hadn't said anything. There's that one. And, you know, you guys know how I stitch and how hard it is for me to keep things symmetrical. So I was real proud of that one. And then, of course, the last one has that little birdie in it. Isn't it cute? Fancy little alphabet. So I wanted to share those with you since we talked about them a little bit last week.
And then mine, I'll show you what the front of the chart looks like. I didn't bring the chart with me, but it's Violet's Blue by Blackbird Designs. And then I want to make this part bigger if I can. Maybe I have to visit to get that.
Oh my.
So it's not going to get very clear, but that's a little better. That's what the chart looks like. That's how their peeps looked when they got their model back. That's what it looked like.
And that's gorgeous.
Yes, that's absolutely. Gorgeous.
We're not saying when we swap things out, it's because we don't like how they look.
No. We just do things that, you know. When I saw that, my first thought was, violets? Violets are purple. Yeah. What's my favorite color?
Purple.
Oh, there went some of my stuff for later. So this is mine.
Do you want me to hold part of it, or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
And this, this fabric, I don't even know that this is an overdyed fabric. I think this is just a nice piece of purple linen that I had. And I tweaked the colors a little bit just to just to let them show. And what it says is, as the violets blue, my heart is true. Dear sweetheart, I love but you. And I put down here, where'd they go? There they are. I put my husband's initials and my initials. And it's a first and a middle name on both of them. And all of the lettering is over one. But, you know, this was just a really pretty piece of purple linen that I liked.
Yeah, because it is pretty solid looking.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's modeled at all.
And I showed this to Barb and Alma, and, you know, designers are great. They were amazed at how different it looked.
Yes.
So, oh, the other thing I did, so this one's called Violet's Blue by Blackbird Designs. The other thing I did is, you know, there's a space to put a date. Well, I put the year that we were married. So, that
says 19 something, doesn't it? When you held it up there, I thought 1880.
Well, remember, we were born what year?
2012 or something?
No, it was, you know, we were like 80 or something like that.
Okay. No, I'm not great with math, guys. I'm really not.
So that was it for our previous finishes. Next, we wanted to show you another compare and contrast. And we've been holding off on this one because we really both want to finish them, to fully finish them, and we just have not gotten that done.
Right.
And so today we decided that we would guilt ourselves a little bit. So we're going to show you these pieces fully stitched, and then hopefully we will bring them back in a few weeks and show them to you fully finished. But it's thistles in my birdhouse. No, try it again. Birdhouses in my thistles garden.
Yeah.
And it's by Thistles. And I've heard a lot of you talking about thistles recently. And I love the finishing they did on this.
Yes,
this is
that's
so pretty. So, you want to show yours?
Sure.
I always let you go first, don't I?
I don't know. So, here's my finish. So I chose to put mine on, guess what? A blue.
Really pretty. I don't know how true it's showing.
It's pretty modeled. I like it. Softly modeled, I would say.
Like clouds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it more reminds me of, is
Yeah.
that there are clouds
in the sky, and that's why I was looking for sky. So all of those flosses, a lot of them are Vicky Clayton's. I changed out colors because I used what I had.
You'll see that when you see mine. But okay, so what's my favorite color? Test again. It's purple. So all of my thistles are really, I mean, I took this as here's a chance to do some purple. And look at my thistles. Way different than Nancy's. And I love how it came out. This piece of fabric is from, I'll have to think for a few minutes. But this is one that when I got it, it smelled so good. I don't know what they did. It was what they had washed it with. And you could still smell it in the bag. It's from Australia. I'm just blanking on it. But anyway, beautiful fabric. And I had stitched something else on it. And so I used this. I'm sorry, I'm going to reach in front of you. This was my remnant. And you can see I can still cut off a big chunk and do another one. Because look, I mean, across this way, I would have a pretty good chunk. So, Chelsea, I'm, you know, like channeling you and stitching close to the edge and doing my pieces. We all do that.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I just noticed I didn't put the roof on one of my birdhouses.
Oh no! Are you going to go back and put it on?
Yeah, I'll have to, but I'll have to see if I can figure out what that floss was I used.
Yes, because yours is different. Oh, we need to show these together.
Oh.
Because we always do that.
Ow. You want to go below?
Okay. Go up just a little. There we go. So, and obviously mine is a smaller count than Nancy's.
Yeah, mine's a 28.
Which, you know, I couldn't even have told you. So mine's probably a 32. And I mean, obviously, we chose very different colors. Nancy's browns are lighter and warmer, and mine are just a little darker. So I don't remember if I used what was called for on anything. I think that I went along and picked what I liked. Our birdhouses are the same.
Well, similar.
The light color, I think. But I have some really great purples in my stash, and it made it a lot of fun to choose.
Well, and I used a lot of purples.
You did.
And then I had a blue and a pink that I used on a couple of tops. And then where your thistles are the brown, I swapped those out for that rusty color that I really liked.
Yeah, so it was fun. I love stitching this one.
Yeah.
And I don't think this took very long.
No, and you felt like you were finishing
because you did a little piece.
Yeah, you'd finish a flower and it'd be done. You'd finish another one and it'd be done.
Okay, so I need to do a little hold please, because part of my Stitch Mania decided to slide off on the floor.
All right, don't let anything else slide here.
No, I have my hand on it.
Your phone started sliding too.
And thank goodness my tush did not get on camera.
I wasn't even looking to see if it did.
And it goes right here. It's like my first one.
Good. Oh, and I'm on bag duty.
You are a bag lady.
I'm the bag
lady.
lady.
Oh, look, guys. I have my Gilmore Girls bag again. Love it. So glad that my daughter did that. Here? Oh, you know what we were supposed to do next? We have things before this.
We do?
Yep. Supposed to show stat. Do you want to do this and then so that this is all put away?
Sure.
Okay.
That's all right.
We're going to rearrange, do this on the fly.
They don't know what our schedule is anyway.
No.
So.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Mania. And I have stitched faithfully every day.
You've probably seen it on Facebook or
Instagram. I've been trying to be better about posting and replying to comments and all of that. So my first one is from Satsuma Street, and it's called Sweet Spring. And a few years ago, several of the ladies in the Kansas Stitchers all stitched this.
That is the cutest little bunny.
Love that. And normally I like realistic bunnies, but this one, I love that bunny. But I feel like at least one of the ladies did theirs on purple. And that was stuck in my brain. So I chose a piece of Flapper. And that is my start. I'm not all the way across the bottom yet, but that is my start on it. And I love how those colors are popping out on this purple.
Yeah.
I can just hardly wait. That one goes in here. Okay, my next start is from the Drawn Thread, and it's called Flower Boxes. And I have had this in my stash, kitted up, ready to go for years. And I'm telling you, years. The only thing I did is that because I waited so long, and we have discovered Nancy Turner's linen, I did switch out to that. I'm trying to think. Okay, so it goes like this. That is my start. It's not a big start, but it's a start. And I am substituting all of my threads on this one. I really don't know. Maybe I chose a couple that were what it called for, but we really played. We were part of a Monday night stitch group then. And so I was there before Nancy, and we played with all of the colors.
Because I didn't get off work in time.
So the other ladies kind of helped me, and I did what do we call it?
Flosstube?
No, I was trying to think. Kitting by committee. Kitting by committee. There you go.
Okay.
So it was fun, and the ladies all had a little input. Okay, so my next one.
Which we know none of you like to give your opinions, right?
It's so much fun to see what people think, isn't it?
It is.
My next one is the 2000 Collector's Heart from Heart in Hand. I love these little guys. And, okay, look at that pattern, because it looks like you're just going to cross-stitch your little heart away. And I pulled it out and I thought, oh, I bet I can get a lot of this done in one day. And I did get quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
But let me tell you, there are specialty stitches in this.
Oh.
This whole row, this whole row, and this one I'm working on.
Oh, goodness.
So I do have the outline of the whole thing. And then the two bluer rows are both, you know, this one this one I haven't finished yet, but that one and the one below it that's bluer, and then below the 2018, and look at me, I put 2018 on it, so it's going to be finished.
Confident you're going to finish it.
I will do it. Then the next one we're going to take a pause in our...
Oh, okay, because it's the 8th?
Yes.
Okay.
So then it was May 8th, and it is 2 B's and ABCs from Rosewood Manor. This is what theirs looks like. Have you pulled yours? Yours is in your bag. Okay. And mine, oh, I don't need to get in that. I'm doing DMC for mine. I'm doing what it called for. But I am using quartz linen from Picture This Plus. So this is my start. No. Let's try.
Wrong way.
This is my start. I did not start at the bottom as usual. I started at the top. And I really am liking it. Those greens are so pretty. And when I looked at some of these colors, I thought, I'm not sure.
I know.
But I love it.
I started at the bottom.
Ooh, and you've stitched more since the last picture I saw.
Fine. Yeah. So what gets me is like this little flower thing here. 3 different colors.
In the stem?
Yes. 3 different colors so far here. So, and I haven't even filled it in yet.
Oh my goodness.
But, you know, like you saw on her little ones, it turns out so beautifully.
Oh yeah. I mean, you look at your floss when you get it and you think, really? Those are the colors? But then it's so pretty.
Yeah.
So, and I love that you're doing yours on blue. I mean, obviously we really like Rosewood Manor.
Yeah.
We do a lot of her charts, but we do change things for sure.
Yes. Yes. I think that's important to do because that makes it your own. And, you know.
Sorry. Just trying to have that ready for you.
But that makes it your own piece. It's fine if you leave it the same, if you love that. You know, but if you're stitching it and you're thinking, oh, I'm not really happy with this, then switch it.
And you won't ever finish it. And you know what? Don't throw anything away.
No.
Find somebody else. Yeah. Find somebody else to take it. Because there will be somebody who loves it. How you've started it. And they will want to do it and finish it.
Right.
I have a friend who took the big... Lavender and Lace or Told in a Garden, one of Marilyn's companies. It's The Bride, and it's beautiful. And I had changed the colors to go with colors that a friend's wedding was in, and then I didn't get it done, and it sat in my stash for more than 20 years.
Oh my!
Because of course it's not colors I wanted. And I just wasn't interested in doing it anymore because, you know, the time had passed.
And nobody was getting married.
So one of my friends happened to come back into town, and I had shown the piece, and she said, well, I'll take it. And so I took it to her. I gave my color conversion, and it was all DMC, so I didn't even have to worry about that. But yeah, anyway. Okay, my next one is Ackworth Friendship Book from With My Needle. This is a chart by Ellen Chester. I love this. Okay, so that's the cover, but that's not where the instructions say to start. And by golly, I am following the instructions on this.
Oh my God.
Because, well...
You should be honored, Ellen.
I'm kind of following the instructions, and I'll tell you why. I mean, there's a reason here, but I'm following the placement instructions because you leave just like an inch.
Oh, wow.
So I really wanted to lay it out the way that she said. Now, mine is on 40 count, so I'm sure I have a little more leeway because I believe hers was on 36 count. I am using 40 count meditation linen from Picture This Plus, and I'm using, is it black raspberry or blue? It's black raspberry jam from Gentle Arts. And I'm supposed to have done this whole outline border first. Well, it was 40 count linen, and it was a little later in the day. And, you know, I have astigmatism, so sometimes it jumps when I'm looking. I think they're the right number of stitches along there, but I thought I am not closing this thing because that would be really bad. So I decided I could move over and start on the letters.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stitch the rest of the inside and then go back and put my box in. And that will line me up for the rest of them that go on.
That'll be safer.
So that will be better. The next one I have is called Green Tree, and it's from Carriage House Samplings, and it's the one that I said, I know it's called Green Tree, but the pattern the picture did not appeal to me, didn't do justice to this, and I love this, and when I can see it without all of the green assaulting my eyes. And look, that green is on. You see that green? It's on the tree. It looks fine. It just messed with me so much I couldn't get to it. But anyway, I loved it. So I have this piece of linen in my stash, and man, I need to find a sewing machine. I don't know if I own a sewing machine.
Oh, I don't know that you do either.
And I need to zigzag some edges. But anyway, this was so cute. I ended up starting on these little flowers right below the tree.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Didn't even see them, but you know, when I looked, they were in the center, and I wanted to start in the center just because of how things line up.
Yeah.
So, isn't that cute?
It is cute.
Now, I am using Dinky Dyes, and these are Dinky Dyes from the floss pack that I got on Etsy.
Oh.
And so my colors are not exact. Like, I think my green is lighter, brighter than what they used. Oh, this one goes in the back of that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Then the last one, the one I did yesterday, and I switched up because I needed something easier yesterday to do. Okay. Not like the other one is difficult, but this one was easier to start. So this is Sadie Stewart Spring Flower Sampler by Sam Sarah Designs. And on top of that, I have been dying to get to this purple check. That is so cute. And I feel like my purple check is darker. It's 28 count, and that's my little start. I started in the center again because I have a piece of fabric cut to just the right size, and that's how it was sold. And so I have, it looks a little wonky, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But
it's because of that fold. That fold's not
yes,
right.
the fold is not straight. Anyway, so that little leaf was pretty much right in the center. And it actually,
look at that pretty accent in it.
It was this blue vein that was that's Morning Glory.
That's
and I think I have all the called for colors for this one because I just like it.
It's a pretty piece.
So
I saw on the back there was another one, acorn something. I'm going to close this up like 3 times now. And I thought, ooh, I may have to go out and look at it. The acorn sampler.
Oh, yeah, that's cute. I think I've looked at that too.
Have to go look at that. And
trying to get my pattern on top now.
Yeah.
So that is how far I've gotten on Mania. Now, the one I held off a while ago talking about was Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. And if you remember, she told us that she was challenged to start 50 projects.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm so sorry for you.
I watched her videos, and it was lovely to watch. And she started out with a whole bunch of things that she really liked, and she said, "Oh, you guys can vote." Well, people voted on everything. They wanted her to start all of it. And then she was challenged by, now I haven't watched this one. Her name is Ginger, and I think it's Gigi Stitches.
Okay.
I haven't watched her yet, but I need to. And Gigi challenged her and said, "Hey, I'm starting 50. You start 50.
Wow.
And they're not all going to be in May. They started a week early in April. And then I think they go through June 11th to get their 50 in.
So 50 days.
Yes.
Okay.
50 days and not 50 stitches in May. They just, they're making their own rules. But the other thing that Julie said is that she had watched someone else, and I'm sorry, I cannot remember who she said. And they talked about the fact that people are freaked out over Stitch Mania. And that people are just panic stricken about starting 15 projects, 18 projects, 31 projects, whatever you're going to do.
Yeah.
They're panic stricken. And this woman said, "Why? What's the difference in putting 30 stitches in a piece and then setting it back down for a while and never having the pleasure of working on that project, and it's just sitting in your stash?" Why just let it sit in your stash? If you want to start it, start it. So we'll see how I feel after day 15. I already know I'm doing 3 more because I start something every month on the 18th.
Yeah.
And my goal with Mania this year was to start something by a different designer every day. And I really kind of quickly looked at what I had just nearby. And I could already get through, I think, the 23rd or the 24th without doing any digging at all.
Wow.
And, I may see if I get to the full month starting something every day. But I thought that was a good philosophy, not just for Mania. If you have a day where you feel like, I just want to start something, what's the difference? What is the difference? Why does it matter if it sits in your stash with a handful of stitches in it, or if you never, ever get to work on that piece?
Okay.
That's a good philosophy. And, for me, I really don't like starting new pieces. It takes me too long. I like to sit down and work on something that's already started. So to have this kind of a thing for me is a great thing, because then I know I've got a stash of projects that are just ready to go and I can stitch what I want. I've also realized I don't have Little House Needleworks. I don't have Country Cottage Needleworks. I don't have Lizzie Kate.
Wow.
I can't think who else I pulled in that little group. But I was just amazed. And I'm like, how did I not get something by them? And I think it's because I limited myself to my 15 starts.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted some littler projects, and so that really makes no sense why I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm starting one of the Main Street patterns for Country Cottage because I have 3 of those.
Yeah.
And I think Jeff pulled the Main Street Bakery as the one for me to start.
Good.
And I'm going to do a coffee pattern by Lizzie Kate. I haven't quite decided which one it will be. There are 3 on one chart, plus I have another chart.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and hands-on design. I don't think I had one by her. And I believe it's a freebie from her. It's either a freebie or like a market exclusive type thing, but it says Cool Beans.
Oh,
and it's a coffee chart.
That's cute.
So, and then the little rabbit that we had, the Frolic, something Frolic, Spring Frolic. I can't remember who that's by, but
I think it's hands-on too, isn't it?
I didn't think
I
so.
could twist around
Let me
and
take
find
this.
out. Oh, yeah,
But-
we're done.
Yeah, so that's where I was on that. And I just, I'm having fun. And I kind of, am just thinking that maybe what I'll do.
Summer House Stitch Works.
Yes, I didn't have Summer House.
Flower Frolic.
Flower Frolic, okay. And I love Summer House. I have several of her patterns, but all those little bunnies, I think I need to do that.
Yeah. Well, I was going to tell you, I watched Priscilla and Chelsea, and of course Chelsea has kitted everything that she's going to work on, and she probably thinks she's probably not going to vary. Now Priscilla kits a week at a time.
Oh, okay.
Because she said what she found when she's done it in previous years is that she'll be working through them and somebody will put out a pattern.
Oh.
And she'll be like, oh, I want to do that, I want to do that. And feel like she can't because she's got these others already ready to go.
She's already made her plans,
Yeah.
right?
So she's doing that and then substituting in if something hits her like that. So.
Okay. Oh,
that's
that's cool.
smart.
Priscilla is also taking the photos of her pieces where she's stitching them. So the first one, she was in California.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They went to Disney
my
World.
gosh. It is such a pretty picture.
Yeah.
It's laid out and you can see the water and it's on the rocks. And
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Feel a little bit of envy there.
It was lovely. No, I just was like, wow, that's a fun idea. Mine would all be on the couch.
Or at lunch. That's where I do a lot of mine.
Something crazy, huh? Okay, so let's go back now and do our stash. I'll show my exciting stash first, okay? Because you want to see my stash? Ta-da!
That is exciting, though, to get new needles because they feel so much better.
I ran out while I was working on Mania.
Those are gold.
Yes, they are, and I'm going to give you one of these because they're regular length, but you should, I'm going to give this to you and you can hook it in. Feel how light that is.
Oh, my.
I mean, I don't know.
It's a 26. John James 26.
And it's just a gold-plated tapestry needle. And it doesn't say anything else, but these are the lightest little needles, and I actually stitched with it yesterday on my Satsuma Street. And it was really a nice little needle. And I will tell you, I had to resort to some of my bigger needles because I was out of needles. No. But what I think happened...
I feel like you were stitching with logs.
Well, except that what I think I got was one of my...
Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome. What do we like to stitch with, Nancy?
Bowen.
Yes, Bowen.
Bowen.
I think what I got was...
I have a manager at work. His name is Bonin.
I think what I got was one of my Bowen needles. And, oh, it was so nice again.
Oh, okay.
It was so nice. So, what did you get?
Well,
I'm going to not look because I'm going to die.
As soon as we finished, because, you know, I was looking for this last week, my son brought in the mail, and I had Drawn Thread Apple Blossom Sampler.
So pretty.
It's a new one that they've put out, and I just fell in love with it. You know, I love birds. I love flowers.
What did they stitch it on?
40, well, let's see.
32 count linen. It's probably on the back in there, on the back of this. Flip the whole thing over.
I'm trying to get a hold of it.
No, the whole thing.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Because they'll give credits.
Tumbleweed.
32 count tumbleweed perman linen. Oh, which means it's not an overdyed linen. That's a stock color, which means you would get, it would be less expensive to buy that. But I really like it on that.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's almost a greeny gray. I don't know if you can see that.
Really pretty.
I really like that. And some of the letters are pink, some of them are white, so I'm sure that's an overdye floss that they have in there, but really pretty.
It is pretty.
There's probably 1,000 specialty stitches that I'll have to learn.
Wonder who she'll ask about that.
YouTube. So that was my stash.
We wanted to talk a little bit about the drawing packages. my brain just would not click in. Lisa Clark, I still have your Shakespeare's Peddler Magic Garden sampler.
She's going, aww.
I'm sorry. I found your address again yesterday because I found I was cleaning out a bag and found it in there, and I had just left it in there after we recorded.
Oh, shoot.
And I didn't get it out, and I am so sorry. I apologize for that. So, and other...
Sandra, what's her, do you have her?
Sandra Stitches.
Sandra Stitches. It came back to me. I put $1 on it, and it came back.
And it's just, I mean, it's just a chart.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
And I didn't put any padding in it or anything. So they sent it back. I'll re-stamp it. And I guess I can't use those stamps because they drew a black line through them.
Which is really irritating. Why not send it back and let us add it? I don't know. Maybe you should take it to the post office and...
complain.
Yeah. The other thing is...
So I'll get that out again this week.
Hey, Michelle. Bendy Stitchy. Look for a package on Monday. That's all I'm going to say. Monday.
And I have to laugh, Michelle, because you sent the pattern that my daughter-in-law won, Jamie Nettle, and wrote her a sweet little note inside, addressed it to Nancy. So she got a good laugh.
That's fun.
She loved it.
That's fun. So we're up to current plans and projects. What's your plan? Rosewood Manor?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm doing.
I've
set aside Wilhelmina.
Woo! So I had a little time because I stayed home on Wednesday with my crazy foot.
Oh.
And I am working on the April sampler from the April leaflet from Prairie Schooler. This one.
Get all of that
and it's
out.
the little square one here with the brown bunny. And I had a piece of what I am pretty sure is apple blossom linen because I really like that stuff in my stash. And I got the rest of that bottom block. I just have the rain clouds in the corner, and it's done in gray. And yeah, I mean, I guess the clouds should be gray, but you know, I keep looking at it. So that's all I have left to do is the little clouds and the rain coming down from it, and I'm done with that corner. This is one that I would like to finish before, my rule has been that I need to finish them before the 18th of the next month.
Okay.
And if today is the 18th. Yes, I did. And if today is the 12th, then I've got some stitching to do.
Yeah.
I have told my family that tomorrow is Mother's Day and Mother is doing what Mother would like. So I'm thinking there's a lot of stitching going on this. And all of you out there, happy Mother's Day.
Yes,
and
happy Mother's Day.
what I want to say about that is that even if you are not a mother, you made some mother very happy.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in your heart and understand that Mother's Day is not just about the mother. It's about how we feel about our children. Right. So,
and you could be a friend
yeah.
that you're a mother to someone else.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, you could be a mentor and they consider you someone like a mother. Yeah. So Nancy's gotten teared up. I got her going. But just, you know, just don't let that. I know a lot of you get bugged by special days that exclude people.
Yeah.
This is not an exclusive holiday. Father's Day is not an exclusive holiday. Our father has died. We don't have our father anymore. However, I have the most fun on Father's Day just thinking about the silly things that our dad would do and say. And, you know, it's very fun to reminisce and...
Yep, it really is.
And think about him. And, you know, and I know that, I mean, we always knew that Dad loved us. We always knew that Mom loved us. Maybe not quite, it wasn't quite as apparent with her.
Right.
I started saying maybe not quite as much. No, it's not that Mom didn't love us as much. It's that we
She
it wasn't
as
as apparent.
demonstrative as Dad was.
Yes. I always called her a gruffle girl. A gruffle gal.
Yeah.
That was our mom. But, you know, she had her moments.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think that we probably both had those moments where somebody else told us the lovely things that our mom had said about us.
Yes.
And, you know, in my poor little teenage heart or preteen heart, I think I thought, why doesn't she tell me? But, you know, that was her.
She just couldn't.
No, it was just her.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and it encouraged me. It made me a better mother because it encouraged me to let my kids know every day how much I love them. So, it's an important thing.
It is.
And now that I've made Nancy just really lose it here.
Every week it's something, right?
So this week I will be...
You know, next week is Dad's birthday.
Yes. Well, and, okay, so our dad's birthday was May 15th, and my father-in-law's birthday, who is also gone, his birthday was May 18th.
Oh.
So, and we just found out that Jeff's aunt died. So, I mean, it's kind of a strange time, and...
Well, we had Mom's birthday, April 23rd.
24th.
I don't know why I don't know that. It's my birthday, too. You know, the same day. So she was April 24th, and then we had Mother's Day. Then we had Dad's birthday on the 15th. Then we had Father's Day. And I was like, oh my gosh. They're all piled up there together.
Yes. Yes.
So, but it was easy to remember them all then.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I told you a couple of weeks ago that Dad was born in 1915, and that's not right. He was born in 1918. They really were only 5 years apart. 51518
Yeah.
and 42423.
Yep.
So I'm the keeper of the dates in the family. I'm the baby, and I'm the keeper of the dates.
I just put them on my calendar, and that's when I know. It pops up and says, hey!
They're just all stored up here.
Yeah.
So the vault is...
My vault is empty.
My vault has a lot of information up there. And then there's more because I'm at school all the time too. So anyway, I think that's about it with us for this week. And I'll be doing, working on more Mania projects and deciding how long I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And working on this April sampler.
Working on the stitch along that we're doing.
Ooh, and hopefully I'll find some time to get a little more in on that too.
Yeah.
So she's Nancy.
And she's Laura.
And we are the Addicted Sisters. Have a great stitchy week.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.